Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do a little spirit message channeled through the essential works of Descartes. I'll go ahead and grab the dice and we'll see which page that spirit would like us to focus on for our message. Okay, spirit, what guidance do you have for the general collective at this time through Descartes? For whomever it will resonate for whenever the time is divine. Please and thank you. All right. We have two. I'm going to try and, there's not much space here. We have two. Okay, so twos may be significant to you. And we have five. Fives also signify change. All right. I'm feeling 45. 45 also breaks down to a 9. All right. I thought it would be easy for me to choose a few subjects, which, while not giving rise to a great deal of controversy or forcing me to declare more of my principles than I wish to do, would nevertheless show clearly enough what I can or cannot do in the sciences. I cannot say whether or not I have succeeded in this, and I do not wish to influence anyone's judgment in advance by speaking about my own writings, but I shall be glad if others will examine them carefully, and in order to provide greater opportunity for doing so, I beg all those who have any objections to make to be so kind as to send them to my publisher, and after he has forwarded them to me, I shall try to have them published with my replies, so that seeing them together, my readers may more easily judge the truth for themselves. I do not promise to make any long replies, but only to confess my errors frankly, if I perceive them, or if I do not, to say simply what I believe to be required for the defense of the things I have written, without adding any explanation of any new matter, in order to not become involved in endless discussions. If some of the things I have said at the beginning of my essays on dioptrics and on meteors are at first displeasing to the reader, because I call them suppositions and seem to have no desire to prove them, let him have the patience to read attentively to the end, and I hope he will be satisfied. For it seems to me that the reasons contained therein follow one another in such a way that the last ones are demonstrated by the first ones, which are their causes, while these first ones are in turn demonstrated by the last ones, which are their effects, and it must not be imagined that in this I am committing the error which logicians call reasoning in a circle, for since experience makes most of these effects quite certain, this causes from which I deduce them serve not so much to prove them as to explain them. On the contrary, it is the causes which are proved by the effects. And I have called them suppositions only to make it known that I think I can deduce them from the primary truths I have explained above, but that I have deliberately refrained from doing so in order to prevent people with a certain type of mind who imagine that they know in one day everything it has taken someone else 20 years to think out, as soon as he has said only 2 or 3 words to them about it, and who are all the more subject to error and less capable of truth, to the extent that they are shrewd and quick-witted from taking the opportunity to build some extravagant philosophy which would be based on what they consider to be my principles, and for which I would be blamed. As for those opinions which are wholly mine, I do not defend them as being new, for if the reasons for them are carefully considered, I am sure that they will be found to be so simple and so thoroughly in accord with common sense that they will seem less extraordinary and strange than any other opinions that one might have on the same subjects. I do not boast of having been the first to discover any of them, but of having accepted them, neither because they had already been stated by others, nor because they had never been stated before, but only because reason has convinced me of their truth. What I'm getting from this message, guys, is maybe there is someone questioning your truth. And only you have the answer when you go within. All right, have a good one.